Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into a new explainer that, honestly, hits pretty close to home. We're looking at something that affects literally every single one of us every single day, and that is the hidden, draining cost of our daily routines. We're going to be unpacking a really fascinating concept from our source material called the architecture of absolute commitment. If you've ever felt like just getting through your basic everyday task takes this monumental amount of willpower, well, buckle up. This breakdown is going to completely flip how you view your habits and, more importantly, how you protect your mental energy.
Let me ask you something. Are you exhausted by daily choices? Genuinely drained before you even start the actual hard work of your day? Think about it. Just doing the intense mental gymnastics of, okay, do I hit the snooze button one more time? What on earth am I going to eat for breakfast? Or do I really have the energy for that morning run right now? Man, it is exhausting. That continuous daily decision-making, it's a heavy, heavy weight we end up dragging around before we've even walked out the front door.
Section 1. The exhaustion of choice. The hidden drain of deciding what to do.
As it turns out, constantly evaluating our options is actually the exact thing making us miserable. We tend to think having choices is this great luxury, right? But when you apply that to your foundational habits, it becomes a massive liability. The source material lays it out perfectly here. Your daily routine must not be a continuous decision-making process. If you're relying on your mood, the weather outside, or just how motivated you happen to feel on any given Tuesday, you are basically writing a recipe for mental burnout. What we desperately need instead is what the author calls a no-compromise routine, a set of activities that stands firm, completely regardless of whatever external circumstances are swirling around us.
Section 2. The no-compromise routine, stripping emotion from action.
To actually solve this exhaustion, we have to look at this highly specific, kind of provocative quote from the author talking about their morning workout. They describe waking up early to exercise as a feeling-less, thoughtless, and unemotional task. Just pause and think about how powerful that mindset shift really is. By intentionally stripping away the emotion, completely removing that internal monologue of, do I feel like doing this today? Am I too tired? You guarantee the task gets done. It's not about acting like a robot, not at all. It's really about ruthlessly protecting your finite energy.
So what does this actually look like? Well, there are a few core characteristics of a no-compromise routine. First off, the debate is over before it even begins. There is zero overthinking. Second, it happens no matter what the external world throws at you. Rain, shine, crazy busy schedule, it doesn't matter, it gets done. Third, absolutely zero energy is spent deciding, simply because you've already made the commitment beforehand. And fourth, adherence is absolute, completely regardless of your mood. By removing the choice to participate, you are literally hoarding your brain power and your willpower for the complex, meaningful things in your life that actually need your active engagement.
Section 3. The 98% Trap. The Paradox of Partial Effort.
98%. It sounds pretty great, right? Giving a 98% commitment feels like you're doing an amazing job, while just leaving yourself a tiny 2% window to say, hey, I've worked hard, I'm going to skip today. But here is the massive catch. That tiny 2% sliver of flexibility, that is exactly what's burning you out. It leaves the door wide open for negotiation.
Now contrast that with 100% uncompromising commitment. The author makes a profound, highly counterintuitive point right here. Going all in at 100% is actually easier, it's better, and it's far more sustainable than 98%.
Let's really break down why that is. With a 98% commitment, you end up reaping unsatisfactory results, and you're constantly relying on negotiation. That 2% gap forces your brain to wake up and decide every single day if today is your cheat day. You are still completely trapped in the exhaustion of choice. But 100%, it completely eliminates those exhausting daily choices and guarantees you show up. Leaving even a tiny window for negotiation just entirely ruins your momentum. Because here's what happens if we don't commit fully. We enter this very predictable downward spiral. It starts right at the top with partial effort, leaving that back door open just a crack. And because you aren't all in, the quality of your results naturally drops. Then, those poor results rob you of your motivation, which causes you to lose focus and momentum, and eventually, you just gradually give up altogether. It is a cascading inevitability of failure, and it stems entirely from not giving everything right from day one. Section 4. Sustaining absolute commitment. Building the architecture of success. So how do we actually apply this no-compromise mindset to the profound pursuit of our true personal passions? Well, if you strongly believe in something, the source outlines exactly how to build an architecture of absolute commitment around it. You've got to give your 100% absolute effort. If you fail, you try again, and you keep trying. You nurture it with what you have right now, and you nurture it from exactly where you are. You really cannot wait for perfect external circumstances to align, because frankly, they never will. And finally, you just show up again and again. Honestly, this is the only way to consistently grow something you truly care about.
As we wrap up these core concepts, there is one final, really crucial instruction from the author. You absolutely must resist the idea of quitting in between. Absolute commitment means there is no in between. You don't get to just pause your commitment when things get a little uncomfortable. Success requires you to show up without compromise and push through the friction until the action itself simply becomes second nature.
So, I want to leave you with this. Where in your life do you need to stop negotiating and start giving 100%? What is that one daily routine, or maybe that one massive passion, that is being slowly drained by the exhaustion of choice? Make the choice once, make it absolute, and just watch how much energy you get back. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.